Well, today's got off to a frustrating start already because the weather said it was going to be dry, a little bit cloudy, but dry, and I got here already and it's raining. So, not a good start, but I got my double espresso. It's pretty good, and we're going to make our way, and I'll tell you where we're going. So I'm currently in what would have been the old game larder. So this is where they would have brought all the game, the birds, the deers, anything what they've killed out in the fields. So what they would have been brought to. I'm just in here because I've got a ceiling on and it's dry. But today the plan is we're going to start in the car park and we're going to walk down the far way down towards the river. We're going to follow the river then south and head down where we're going to cross over a bridge. We'll make our way back up the hillside and into all the forests. And in the forest is where we should be able to find like this waterfall, what they have, and also the hunting tower. That's our aim at the end, to get to the hunting tower. So that is today's plan. It's about 7.5 miles, I think I've worked out, looking on the maps. So it should be a good one. As long as it just does dry up a little bit, we should be okay. So Chatsworth House is this fantastic mansion just outside of Bakewell in Derbyshire, and it was originally built in like the mid 1500s. I do believe it's been modernised in the late 1600s, early 1700s. It's free to walk around the grounds. You just have to pay for parking, which is £5. So it's quite a good value, really, especially if you're coming with the family. You can walk around the fields. It's great. So also there's a lot of like wildlife here as well. There's obviously all the sheep. I've seen a pheasant already, but also up on the hill just to my left, you can actually see all the deer. Now I don't know how close we're going to be able to get to the deer today, or whether they're just on the wrong side of the river. But I'd love to see a little bit more of the wildlife whilst we are walking around today. While the sheep are in full voice, and even they are cowering under the trees out of the rain. It is starting to come down a little bit again, which is really frustrating because I was due to go out yesterday, but we postponed because of the rain. So I've come out today thinking it was going to be nice and dry, and it's rained. So, not a great start at all. Exceptionally frustrating. What I do love about spring is I do love seeing the sheep and the little lambs in the field. They are very noisy today. I don't know how much the mic's picking it up, but it's great in it just to see them dotted about. They're just everywhere at the minute. I love it. So we got to this point here where the road splits to the left. We're going to take this left and then we're going to go down and we're going to follow the path back along that way alongside the river. Wow, already this part is looking really good. We've got the house here, you can see the fountain. It's a spectacular house. But we do get from here a really good view of the house and also the hunting tower, what we're going to aim for a bit later. There is the house looking all grand as it does always. And then you can see here just to the left kind of the forest and where we're going to head. And then just there, poking above the trees in the middle, is the hunting tower. Now if anyone knows me, you know I'm about to face. I'm going to have to do something which I really don't like, and that is walk past some horses. Oh God, don't like this. Why are they coming closer? Let's step out of the way. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I don't even know why too much, but nah, not for me. Now, a friend of mine who lives in the States went and found a bridge which is 100 years old. Channel's called Suburban Adventures if you want to check it out. And he challenged me to find one a little bit older. Well, first trip out, I found one which is 250 years old. And it's a thing of beauty, really. Wow. What a fantastic view we have of this house. So you got the house here, The fountain over there, 530 feet into the air. And then we've got the river flowing down towards the valley over there. Absolutely beautiful. Now alongside the river you'll see some steps. Now I'm just going to avoid them a little bit because I've seen some deer up on the hill. So I'm going to head up the hill, see if I can get a little bit closer to these deer. So from down below, the deer looks quite close. In reality, they're a bit further away and they're through the long grass, which is now getting my feet wet. And this will do. Starting to get a bit spooked. You can see him looking at me. We're going to head back down now by the river, get back on the path. My feet are getting wet because of this long grass. That's my own fault. Luckily I bring spare socks, except they're in the car with my Crocs. So that's not great. But the weather's worked out for us in the end. Beautiful blue skies coming over the top, and you can see that behind me. And it's dry now, which is good. These trainers are supposed to be water resistant. Not doing a very good job. Probably could have gone wading through the river and they'd be dried in the yard now. And now I can hear the unmistakable sound of rushing water. So assuming we've got a nice waterfall coming here. And yes, we have. Here we go. Well, now is a good time for me to stop and have some lunch, because I'm going to sit here on this wall. Got the waterfall, got the house. I'm hungry, so I'm going to stop here and have a spot of lunch. So the idea was right, but in reality it was a bad idea, because I'm just getting attacked by bugs and wasps, and then there's nettles down here. It's not a good place to lunch. Well, I've walked down the river and I can hear another waterfall. I don't know if it's going to be as big as the one we've just had. Let's go and have a look. Oh no, it's better. It's definitely better. Whoa! I want to try and climb down to get a better view of this. Try to get on this way without slipping. That'll be good. Just a bit of stepping stone time. Ah! Wow, I got on it, but my socks definitely wet now. Was it worth it? Yes. Now I've got to get back across. Oh man. Well, the plan was then to film myself going across, to then come back and get the camera, to then show you the view I had from there. But that rock is not solid. It's very wobbly, very slippy, and I don't want to fall in. But here is the view anyway. How good's that? That? Brilliant. You're bad. And you're wet. Well, it's definitely a good job I brought some spare socks with me today. Always bring spare socks on a walk. However, I left them in the car. But that's also a good thing, because I would have changed them before and I would have just got the clean socks wet. So, yeah. That's good. But I hope you found it entertaining, because I bet you did. There was a building ahead of me. I'm not too sure what it is. Let's go check this out. Well, I'm not too sure what this building actually is. Maybe it was an old gatehouse. Maybe it was an old mill. Maybe it was just a hunter's cottage. I don't really know. So we're almost at the part where we're going to come out of the park. There's a bridge just ahead of us. And this is where we're going to get off. I'm going to follow the road up. It's just basically a road. And then when we get to the kind of the top, there will be a footpath which we can take. So we're about to leave the park, but we will be back up shortly at the top of the forest area. So there's the road bridge, and I think a gate is here just to the right. We're going to go through left, back over the bridge. Interestingly, on this sign it says that building was Chatsworth Mill. So we started here in the car park. We followed the route down to here where we crossed over, came back along here, went over the bridge, down along the river to where we are now. We're going to cross over. Can't get through here anymore, but there is a road which will take us up here, across some fields, and it'll bring us down across to the hunter's house and then down to where we started. So you can see on the bridge, you got these bits which poke out. I've still done one now, and there's one over there. This is the one I'm standing in. And I see them quite often. So I was wondering if anybody knows what they're for. I've got like a little bit of a theory in my head that they're like old passing places. So that's where like a horse might kind of go in whilst the carts go past the other way. I don't know. If you do know, then drop me a comment. Educate me. It's only a short walk along the road after the bridge before you're going to turn left here. You're left here. There's the gate which is now closed. There is a sign that says no access to Chatsworth House, but there is to the woods. So we're going to go up this way. We're going to walk up the road, and it looks like it's going to be a steep one. Yeah, it's definitely a steep climb, but with the power of editing, we've reached the top. And check out that view. Now you'll know when you reach the top because you'll go past the farmhouse and you'll see the sign with a little sty to get over into the field. So, but I'm gonna have to stop, have a bit of a drink. We'll make our way over the field, across, and then down through the forest. But I had to stop for a drink now because I've got a banging headache. I really wish I brought some paracetamol with me because it's killing me. But there's not a lot I can do about it now. Hopefully the drink, a bit of hydration, might help. Well, it's surprisingly a very well worn, very muddy path. And now my feet are covered in mud. So I got wet and I got muddy. I think I prefer wet because at least it's clean. Now I'm out of the woods. Check out this. That bit was shocking. But we're now joining up to a farm track. And we're going to go left out of there and head down. You see the woods ahead of me. I'm glad to be out of there though. I've still got this massive headache. And then you'll get to this gate, which I am hoping is open, because if not, I've got to go over them. And looking at it, yep, this way we go. So up these steps. This feels sketchy AF. Ugh. And here we are. Now we are in Stand Wood. So there is Chatsworth. We are here. There is a spider, and we're going to follow this down here along the purple. This is where I think the little waterfall is, what we're looking for. And there is the hunting tower. So yes, number 7, Stone, then the hunting tower. As you get to the crossroad, we follow the little arrow down there, head down this way, and then this way it's just split off into the purple path for Stone. Well, I was hoping there'd be a few more like arrows pointing which way to go. I think this is the yellow path. I think this is the purple path. So I'm going to head down this way and hopefully go to the right place. stuff ahead of me. Looks like maybe a path off to the left. I found it. This is it. This is the waterfall. Let's go check what the view's like from the top. See straight down into the house, into the garden. And that there, that's normally flowing quite well with water as well. So after taking all this in, I'm going to head down now. We're going to get back on the path. We're going to finish off by finding the Hunter's Tower. Now, I suspect you're thinking that would have been a pretty good place for a brew. And you're right, it would. It was a fantastic view. Great place for a brew. However, with the headache I've got in a minute, I'm just not fancying it. So I think what I'm going to do is duck out to these trees, get to the Hunting Tower, and once I get there, I'm going to then head off to the cafe, and I'm just going to get a nice hot coffee. I can see something up in the distance, just behind the trees. I think we're almost here. Now it looks like the Hunting Tower is actually private property, private residence maybe. And if they are, how lucky they are, because look at that view. So obviously that area would have been originally used as a hunting house. It's a hunting tower. So they come up here, they got a good view, you can see where the animals are. And quite often they would actually shoot at the animals through the windows. However, I don't think they need cannons to do that, do they? But that's it now, really. We've got to the Hunting Tower. Now I'm going to make our way back to the car park. I'm going to stop and grab a coffee from the cafe and maybe a sausage roll just to get something inside me. See if I can clear this headache before I have the 1 hour drive home. Just making my way down, and these steps are super sketchy. Look at that.